And off we go from Las Vegas. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off a back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Franklin Myers in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
At the 42-yard
Chalk that one up to
line.
bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
This is taken at about the 14. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Malcolm Kuntz. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Now it's Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A gain of 12 on the play. It's now 3rd and 7.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. To throw is Nix. And that is incomplete.
Nix's pass.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
On fourth down, out is the rookie sixth-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Fielded at the 33. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Smith now to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up third and 10. Throwing is Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Atkins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun is Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Nix to the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
To throw, here's Nix. Gets it underneath, here's Harvey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you could use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell you you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, here's Smith. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be second and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They run the option on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. They've got his man complete. Down to the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 87 yards. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. It's Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
14 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. His throw incomplete.
And I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. To the left side, pass caught by Thornton. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Go, 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 go.
Smith. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A gain of 5.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On play action, here's Nix. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 26.
Yards on the play.
A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Will Lutz to kick
Following the made field goal,
Broncos.
Lutz to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On the zone read, a give to Genty. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A shotgun snap for Smith. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. The Raiders on the move, a couple of big plays in succession.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, Genty. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
He's into space past the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Smith throwing again. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Mostert diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Well, this has not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's 17-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now it's Nix. He gets this into the hands of Harvey. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Nix from the shotgun. He completes this to Sutton. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And now here come the Raiders. This offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now 2nd and 3. Now a handoff to Genty. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Jones on the coverage.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Now here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Nix looking to throw again. And that will be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On first down, it's Genty. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 20.
As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A first and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts
yards on the play.
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Smith. Open man is Tucker. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Raiders.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense. He finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10. Geno now to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout.
It's a gain of 21
as they'll
yards.
stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Smith. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
At the 13-yard line.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
2 yards on
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Nix to the air. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Once more with Harvey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Geno. Yeah, they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now it's Smith. That's to Besh over the middle. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Smith now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Nix. They'll swing this out to Harvey. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
First and 10.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
42-yard line.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Once again, it's Genty. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A run out of the gun with Genty. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. Smith. Now, back foot throw there is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Smith. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Throwing again is Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders get a bit closer. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Broncos 24.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Broncos take over.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Throwing Nix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
To throw is Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
For the Broncos.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Thornton. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Out of the gun, Smith. Open man is Thornton. He's got it. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 73 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone, and the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Las Vegas.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now out comes this offense, led by the quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 12.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And his throw here's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
At the 30-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Smith. That's caught by Tucker. Gets around him. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
The Raider first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This is 2nd and 8. Chino going to hand it to Genti. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genti. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player. Maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Geno now to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listen to history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Zone read to give to Harvey. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the gun is Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the
4th quarter, down to the
line.
final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. That one looks like he'll throw here. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.